Darkness in a wall of windows 20 short blocks from the ocean, Saturday night, 11:30. Air above the ocean carries depth in the form of silence over stucco rows of shelter. Depth in the form of air above the ocean carries depth in the form of silence over stucco rows of shelter. Parks, dense, wet, redwoods, and sequoia smells. 11:30 on a Saturday night alone. Someone else's chair, someone else's apartment. Plural. Loved one, mad, drunk, sleeping down hall in bedroom safety. Darkness in a wall of windows. Temp flame goes, flicker goes, dense as the park, as the ocean air. Disregarding closed windows, probably open. Things are not all cohering. Sometimes we break against the shore and break until the shore resents us for running away, and we resent our own decay. If I have so much and am so happy, why do I find myself, hands out, tongue out in darknesses, dying to convince the world of my good intentions? If my need is boundless, what of these precious things that fulfill me? I am willing and all too eager to drop everything I have for a feeling I don't understand still rings true as a statement, but I don't do push-ups anymore, and my self-image no longer a metaphor. Tell me it's time to start writing novels, and I completely forgot what I was going to say. A woman's face and the sculpt of her fingers over your body, for instance. Your bodies, split rocks connecting with the force of explosion that made some people boys, some girls, and some more, plural. We, as a whole, are the same as our parts, true or false. We are all of us some combination. I want to drain the pool of fire with my onyx, but it's tired and not the right color anyway. I was thinking about the dog could stay here finally, now that I'm finally solvent, or at least calm. The dog would run up the hill, and the dog would sniff and walk by and around things, and bark, of course, though we wouldn't hear it. At this point in our tale, speaking of dogs, I opened my eyes and the language changed. Silence acquired form in an instant and darkness disappeared. Forms appeared. A tall figure loomed motionless in the doorway, and I suspected it was my girlfriend, awake from the dead and staring at me the entire time, waiting for my eyes to open. I had been sailing through my own darkness, comet boarding, and this scared me. What was she waiting for? The only one in the house other than me. And she went to bed angry at me. I thought 20 short blocks from the ocean. I thought silence. I thought crimes are committed all the time over lesser things, and really we might as well be sea creatures scuttling across the floors of silent seas, confessions trapped in bubbles that pop well before the surface. The form continued to come into view, coated or caped. Incaped? It wasn't my girlfriend. It wasn't alive. It was a mannequin. Darkness and a wall of windows. The fortune of place is stored inside pockets of time until they stop running and falleth over. It is only belief that allows us to stand. The road doesn't wait for travelers, nor I for intruders, so I closed my eyes again. Stupid mannequin, made me feel funny. All of this is happening in a silence that does not exist. Beat against the window, beat against the time, beat against the thing that you will always be inside. Footsteps now like raindrops, unconcerned with notice. Two pairs not listening, hearing, listening, hearing 2 or 3 pairs talking voices, jump, hey, jumping in every time to the fray, riding, still steering, not the bodies anymore, talking to any effect, expression, walking home, safe and harmless, stagger with a side. Group across the street too, see them too, 2 and 3. Silence is the same as nothingness, relative, and the people are gone. Shadow on the rocks, coming soon. This doesn't have a title.
Alright.
Thank you very much. They like me. Just kidding. When everyone says you're too qualified, when your shoe holes stink from rainwater tromping dried into stains on your cowhide, when metaphors aren't real enough and dreams a waste of time. I have forgotten what it's like to be funny on purpose. I have forgotten why I finger paint on bathtub tile timeless and erasable. Ties for closed minds say smile and say cheese for your future. My feet hurt because my heart is heavy. Shut up. I am too qualified for your classifieds. What I do is beyond the realms of comprehension by the standards of this day and age. I reflect the very truths of your founders, all founders. I am the sound you hear when you stop self and cry in the corner, any corner. When no one can see you or it doesn't matter, I am the thing you respond to. The hum of your childhood visions, the cheer of inanimate things when you, humming, cast light on the world. It is only a matter of time before you rupture. Give me the job already. Designate your belongings to your would-be descendants. They care nothing about your dreams. Hurry up and convince them. This is the extra stick of gum consolation, because there is no food or booze or coffee. Cold hugging of self to sleep before midnight. Bones strike inaudible notes against bed sheets, stirred like cream into dime store coffee, repugnant though necessary. The family concession parade the world deems fit for sharing at best. This is the day off from everything stolid. This is the reservoir of my curbed enthusiasms, wellspring for everything honest. You are the only thing that matters until this poem is over, when I am, you are, out of time, no longer important. All poetry is discord with the world, the only beautiful thing anymore. Cross the final frontiers you imagine through the eyes of your peers on the nights you can't afford to keep the lights on. Write the poems that people years from now will share with their friends, say this is a poem, or this right here is what moves me. I'm still black and white, Evan, I just know what color it is. Put your doubts in any object, destroy it, create until you cannot slay your creation. If you are able to eat now, maintain that, and put everything else you have in the future. Revise from the cemetery. I'm not sure why you think you deserve all that poison, but I assure you, you are lovely without it. Please, I like looking at you without it. Thank you for stoking the language alive. Thank you for bearing its wretched, degenerate, bastardized rednecks on pain pills, though really you shouldn't. Man evolves at the cost of language. The man beyond language sits in a corner and watches the people make noises, sounds he hears, while he is thinking of other things. The future never occurs to him, except in terms of who he is now, or what he wants, the man beyond language. Thrust in rhythm when possible, and if not, then pound. The ecological state of the earth is a reflection of the state of our collective mental health. There is a way to end suffering without death. You have found it many times. Thank you guys for listening.